Hey man, welcome back to Nomadically Speaking. There's been several conversations around travel that I like to discuss that interest me as a nomadic person, as a guy that, like I said, I travel, I build, this is my world. And just recently I've covered topics as far as scopolamine and some of the comments people were saying.
Then you participated in the scam. You participated in the scam. Did you want it to be a scam or did you not? Because I bet you people don't even be asking questions till it's time for them to take a loss.
I had a moment and I said, we put a lot of emphasis on who we travel with, but we never think about who we hang out with once we arrive to a country. So a lot of you guys are becoming expats, you're retiring in these different countries. But have you ever thought about the company you keep? Outside of somebody being from your country, which is your commonality, a lot of us are getting in these WhatsApp groups and then we go to a different country and then we join your expat meetups. But have you guys ever really vetted the people you were around to figure out what their goal was moving into that country? So anyway, this video, I'm going to break down the 5 types of expats. And the last one you absolutely should avoid. And if you avoid him, you may be able to keep yourself out of some of these sticky situations. So let's get to number 1. Number 1 is the well-dressed player, or wannabe player, but the well-dressed player is the guy who is, style focused. He is Instagram focused. His presentation is what he's focused on. He's more concerned with where he's at, who he's with, and how he presents himself. And although he can be a target for a lot of issues, for the most part, the well-dressed player is just trying to have a good time. And he's the guy, if you want to hang out with somebody on Saturday, that's the guy you want to hang out with. Don't have a problem being around those guys. Those guys are resourceful. So this guy's the guy to tell you, hey, you want to hang out in this is the club you want to go to. I don't go to that place is whack. And he'll eliminate you wasting your time in places you shouldn't be because he's well informed. He also tell you good excursions in places because he sort them out, because he's making sure you get all his pictures for Instagram. He's making sure that he, like I said, presents himself in the best light possible, so he knows where to go. All right, so again, number 1 is your well-dressed player. All right, let's get to number 2. The second type of expat is the digital nomad. This guy is basically in the country, probably quit his job or probably started a new company and is able to move around and work from his laptop, or maybe he works remotely. But the premise and this personality type, this guy is typically trying to save some money. A lot of times I run into digital nomads while staying in hostels. And yep, I do stay in hostels. You'd be surprised, especially like when you go to a country by yourself and you don't really know how safe or know how to move. If you stay in a hostel, you'll give yourself an opportunity to kind of get a vetted experience and be around people that, they just want to help. So you'll find a lot of digital nomads roaming in hostels, and these guys you can spot them out. I mean, not really concerned about how they look per se. They just want to have a good time. They usually chill. I always say sandals and backpacks, but I mean, maybe they're stereotyping. And even myself, I've been a digital nomad. During the first part of COVID, I just kind of roamed around, but we'll save that conversation for another video. Again, number 2 is your digital nomad. I love those guys, cool guys. All right, so number 3 is your retiree. This guy is probably a retired veteran. This guy has served his time in the armed forces, or just a retired police officer, retirees. This guy's raised his family, his kids are grown, and he's decided that, after my divorce, I'm going to move to another country and get massages every day and, be around beautiful women and also live a stress-free life. These guys probably got a driver. He knows everything. And this guy is extremely resourceful. He's like a big brother or uncle. He's going to put you up on game and tell you who to be around, where not to go, where to go get you a rental spot. So if you are a new expat and you're moving to this country, then the retiree is your go-to. I always say you guys should have at least one retiree in your WhatsApp group or your WhatsApp number list. All right, so I vouch for these guys, and I would say out of all of the types of expats, The retiree is my favorite. All right, so let's get to number 4. We've all run across this particular type of expat. It's safe to say that we probably all been that type of expat, you know, hopefully briefly.
Got me up. Talking about some, oh, she's lying and saying the economy doing bad. What country are you in? The economy is doing bad. That's why all them over there with you. Because they listen to dumb got to say because they broke with you. Then one person talking about some, oh, well, I only had 15,000 me.
So we're going to talk about the 4th type of expat. That is the reject. I know it sounds harsh, but this guy is the type of expat who he just hates America. He just hates politics. He just hates this and hates that. But, you know, where he living now is amazing. But at the time, you just give it some time. The reject is going to find something to hate about where he is currently. This guy's, you know, what they would call pessimistic, but also just probably had a hard life and just doesn't see that, you know, he's always in a fight, you know, and that's fine because that's him. You want to avoid that too. You know, it just depends on what type of energy. You know, maybe this guy's a smart guy. Maybe he know how to make some money. Maybe he be able to be resourceful and put you in certain positions. But primarily, this guy probably should be avoided. You don't want to move. You retire and go to a new country and then deal with the negative Nancy type of guy, Chicken Little type. You know what I mean? So more power to those guys, but I tend to avoid them at all costs. All right, so this last expat is the reason why you guys are probably getting, you know, running into all of these freaking problems while on vacation and while us YouTube guys are making videos. The number 5, the 5th expat is the monger. All right, this guy's sole purpose of travel is for women, right? And he typically finds himself in situations like we see online all the time. Now, again, I'm giving you 5 basic types. Now, sometimes people will become, they are both, they are 2, they are 3. But when you're on vacation, let's better say it, if you are deciding to become an expat and move to a country, you do want to pay attention to the types of people. Just because they're from America or United States doesn't mean that they're a brother. You got to figure out what type of man you're dealing with, right? And I'm talking to my guys right now, ladies, so just bear with me. But, you know, ladies, it could be the same for you. But you want to figure out what type of guy this is, right? You know, and I joke and I play and I say, you know, I'm on vacation. I may say some wild stuff. We just having a good time. But essentially, who am I? And you should find it out for yourself. Just like if I'm on I'm an expat and I'm moving to a country, I want to know what kind of guy you is. Not just jokes and we having a good time. At the core of who you are. And you can find out a lot about people based on their daily activities and what they do. And you can kind of sum up who they are. So again, this video short and sweet, like all of them. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.